What up, chat? Good morning, everybody. What's up, Benzo? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jay. What's going on? How do I get this chat here? How do I get this chat here? NFP? Yeah, we're on for NFP today. We're on for an imaginary NFP. You know, I gotta take advantage. Like, if it's set NFP, in my head it's gonna be NFP. I'm gonna go live for NFP. Anyways, chat. Good morning. Yeah, there's no NFP today, but you know, it was supposed to be NFP, so I had to put in my title. But yeah, there's no NFP. There's prelim UM consumer sentiment, so that's something we can be excited for. But either way, I don't think you even need NFP to even move, because price is just so volatile these days. So we'll just see like what price does and you know what it gives us today, and then we'll see what we can do. Okay, but yeah, there's no NFP today. The next like major folder that we have is Thursday core CPI. That's even tentative too. It's still a U.S. government shutdown, right? So they still fucking everyone up. But core PPI tentative as well, so we don't have that. Yeah, so next week you have no red folders, really? No red folders next week. On Monday, CAD, no red folders. Tuesday, none. Wednesday, none. FOC meeting minutes at 2. Unemployment claims on Thursday, 8:30, I guess. That's the next folder. So yeah, it's like near end of the month, man. Yeah, I don't know how long the government shutdown is going to last, chat, but last manufacturing pre-month, yeah, that's like in 2 weeks. So yeah, this week, next week, you don't really got much going on. You even had the FOMC on what was it, last Wednesday, right? Was it last Wednesday? I think it was. But yeah, there's like no folders for the next 2 weeks, so no, I mean, we'll hop on the chart, see what's up here, okay? Let's see what we can do today. It looks like it's still in the range though, so I thought we would have broken out yesterday or the day before or the Monday actually, but you didn't. You're still in this range here, which is still like tradable. Don't get me wrong, it's like range for like 1,100 pips, right? So it's a pretty like decent range. The only issue with the range is we have no direction. So somehow we're still able to get like I think 3 trades within the range this week. It's funny because when gold was like moving like this week from Monday to whatever, like last week, I guess. I think we got like 2 trades last week or 1 trade last week. And then this week when it's in the range, we're able to get 3 trades so far for the week. But yeah, there's like no direction here, and there's no direction here. But I'll say like you kind of did break structure here in a way, because if you look at price from like this perspective, or you pay attention to like this range right here in this box here, it's gonna show that. So this is grab this for now, I guess. But you can see like within this range here, there's like at one point you can look at it for 2 perspectives, right? There's like higher lows, right? As well, higher lows or lower lows. I'm saying lower lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So at one point that's what price is printing, and then price came up and created a high. It didn't make a higher high, it just retested the same highs, right? Retested these zones right here, and then what happened afterwards was you actually came down to break the previous low. So you can see right here, like you came down to break the previous low here, which means that structure is not breaking, right? So at that point you'll say to yourself like, oh yeah, price should be able to like make its way down and rip down because it broke the previous low, right? And the retested lows is down here, but price came down and then stopped. If it failed to continue down and retest the lows, so then this is a lower low, right? Still a lower low because you broke the low, doesn't matter, still a lower low. And then you have a higher high, or a higher high compared to this lower low. This is a high high. So you can see like, that's one perspective, right? You can see the structure like breaking here and then here on, and then if you look at it from this perspective, which is what I've been looking at the last couple of days as well, like right here, you've had like highs here, more highs here, highs here, highs here, right? So you had like a lot of highs, a lot of lower highs, right? These are all being respected until when? Until here. This is when price broke the previous high. Like it broke this high, which means that it's breaking structure now. So does this mean that because you broke the highs here and then you came down to create support there, and there's like somewhat of a level right around here. So if you like get rid of all of this, you're gonna see that like, you know, like this is like a range on its own and it's holding these zones. So I would say like as long as price could hold below like 39.70 or wherever this level is, 39.68, 39.60, then you should be able to continue up out of this range, assuming that's the next breakout. However, if you decide to close back into the range, back below the range, then what happens is now you're breaking back into the previous ranges, and therefore you'll like likely see price continue down, right? So I think this is pretty important, and there's a chance we might be stuck in only this range for the session, but it's fine. It's still a 4-inch pip range. If it breaks out, that'd be nice. But yeah, you have that support there, you got that resistance up there. Overall, you have like an overall range up here as well, right? This is your overall range from like here to here, but this is the top of the range. So yeah, if you can break above, what is this, 40.27, then that should initiate more buy ideas for you, because above there you have, you know, range above. But there's still a chance, I would also say, that if you were to break above, so like if this is a range on its own, should I draw this here? I think I might draw it like right around here. Yeah, I might draw it right around here. So if you close above like this range here, there's still a chance you can get a fake out, because you can get a closure, right? And then after the closure, any given point, price could easily fake back into the range, right? So how can you tell if it's a fake or not? Well, you want to wait for price to create structure, right? The same things that price has been creating like down here, just like all of these higher lows on the way up, because that's what shows you that it's not coming back into the range. So if you get closures above and you get like some nice support being created above that area, then sure, you know, like as you close back above those ranges, then you're good to go up. And that's your directional push, right? But even like the first breakout, it's way too early to say like whether or not like that's directional or that will be liquidity to come back down as a fake out. It's still way too early, right? So you kind of need to close above and hold, because remember, like I know we're bullish all-time highs, like this is, gold is forever bullish, but when you look at from the 4-hour time frame perspective, or like the dailies since like the last couple of days, right? Like coming from here, at the end of the day, this is still bearish structure. At the end of the day, this is still bearish, right? Most recent shows is bearish. So when you look at it from that perspective, right, you can see like any given point, what is price missing? What is price missing here? What is price missing there? Right? It's missing liquidity. It's missing a top wick. So you didn't create it here. You also didn't create it here yet. Any given point, what price can do, you can do this. Boom, 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 and then continue, right? Because we don't know whether or not it's going to continue down or if it's going to continue with this bullish overall trend, right? So that's why like that closure above and then like that hold at support would be like some good indications of that. So with that information, understand that, you know, you're like starting to kind of create like some decent structure with these higher lows here, here, and here. we can start planning out like simple ideas. So I'll say like, let me just mark up this range first, but I'll put like 4049.178. Or let's see, do I want to use this? Do I want to use this? Do I want to use this? I think since we're not looking for buys, I'm gonna use this. Doesn't matter. So, because we're not looking for buys yet, right? And like this line is not a level where we're gonna take buys at. So like, there's no point of like putting something there. And then I'll mark it up just to visualize the resistance. And then how much range you got going up there? 400, 500 pips. Yeah, so it's pretty decent. And then I'll mark up my major zone. Or maybe I'm gonna move it down. Let me see how this looks real quick. On the one. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. 4037, and then I want to mark up this as well right here because this is like your most recent support. Like it's between like 7.1 and like 6.7 or 6.5 or 7.6. So day flips around here, right? So it's gonna struggle there a little bit. We know that. The 4 has no bottom wick there, so if we were to come down, there'll be a bottom wick created for here. So I think 7.4 is gonna be good here. Yeah, 7.4 should be pretty good here. So let's go to 7.4. 7.4551. All right, chat. So I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah, so no news, right? So right now 8:30, nothing. So we'll leave that there. And then now I like to mark up like my my minor support resistance zone. So I'll say like I look for like minor areas, like these are more major. I'll say even this could be seen as like a minor. More major is like more down here, but this range is decent. I'm just gonna put, I think something here at like 21. I'm looking at like this right now. So I'm looking at all of these areas that you rejected in the past. So these are zones that you've been able to like reject off of, react off of in the past. So like those are the zones that you want to see, or you may see something at. I think I'm just gonna leave at 23 for now. How's it look on the 30? 15. It's not bad. Still far from there though. What if we just move this down towards here? You know what? I'm gonna put something here, A3. A3, 3, 4, 5. Put something there. And then my next resistance, I'll put something, I'll leave this here. Yeah, I'll leave that somewhere there. And then we'll see how it kinda, because like now that we have these levels marked up, right? So we have like the major zones and then the minor zones, like It's like if price comes down here, we're not looking for moves in this range here, right? Or in this structure here, we're gonna wait for price to actually print more volume, right? Because this is like dead volume right now. So if price were to continue down, right, where would it come down towards likely? Probably like 39.83. That's your next support. So I'll mark that up as like my next zone, because if you were to come down, that's the level I'm assuming you're gonna bounce off of. And if you were to continue up, I'm assuming you're gonna struggle at 40.11, right? So if you start breaking below 83, then you start making your way down towards 74, and then below 74, you're breaking. I think the day flips there, and as the day flips, you can start planning for more sell ideas, right? But I think in this range here, there's not much I can really do. Buys, I'm a little more interested in right now, at least. That might change later on based off of what price prints, but if you continue to make your way back up to retest the highs, to break above like 40.12, I have that there. I'm also maybe gonna put like something else here as well at like 40.25, because I was in between those two levels. But if you break above like 40.25, I'm assuming above there could be buys. There is potential at 40.11, but it comes down to how far you come down first before you come back up. So if you come up from here, then no, it can be a fake out easily, right? But if you come down to grab like steeper liquidity and then make your way up like this, then that's my buy. It's above 40.11, right? Up towards wherever, 40.16, whatever, right? We'll see what price comes with 40.12. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave that there. And then I'm just gonna redo it here. So 37.74. 37.74. Cool. So 37.74, 83.11.25. You know what would be cool if you sync your trainer view and your MT5s? When you do it on trainer view, it just goes right to MT5. 40.25. All right, cool. So yeah, I'll leave that for now. And then we'll see what we can grab. All right. Hopefully not a boring day though. I know there's no NFP, but still a lot of volume. Don't you think we might have a wick fill below 39.74? I don't know. I don't see it. Like I don't. This leg candle right here, that's a leg candle that got like maybe I'll say 50% filled. Yeah, so yeah, that could be a wick fill, but until we start breaking below, I don't see it. Like until we start coming back below like 74. That's something that I'm not paying attention to right now. But it's a light candle. Yeah, it is a light candle. The only reason why like it's kind of hard for me to see is because there's like a lot of levels like down here. It's just like a mess. It's like it's not only like one zone, a consistent zone. It's like a mess between like 90 and 70. So that's why it's hard for me to see. And like I'd rather if we just start breaking below these zones here, and then that would be a lot easier to read. But it's like in my head, it's still far away from where we are. Chat. Yes, NLP is canceled. Marcus with the tier 1. Damn, you still paying for that? Chat, there's no NFP. all you guys gotta do is go on forexfactor.com, refresh it, and then it's gonna say what you have today, right? If it's gone, why is it gone? What's this thing in yellow right here? U.S. government data may be impacted by shutdown, right? So that means that U.S. government data like NFP might be impacted, right? So it says tentative events are subject to delay, revision, or cancellation. If you don't see it there, then they probably just like completely canceled it. So yeah, there's no NFP. What are you drinking, Don? Water. Bro, your title is live NFP trading. So just because I say it's NFP, you gonna think it's NFP? Do you not understand what clickbait is? For real, I'm gonna take advantage. Like, I'm gonna take advantage where I could take advantage. If it says like a live NFP and there's no NFP, then like I usually stream once a month, right? So I'm not gonna miss my entire like monthly stream just because it's on NFP. I'm gonna stream that day. I'm gonna give y'all the education that day. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're stuck watching other people. That is clickbait. Yeah, I thought it was NFP today though, until yesterday, because they usually leave it there still. But yeah, they actually took it down this time. I hope it's not a slow day though. I know we haven't had a trade on stream in like 4 streams or 3 streams, but you know, what could I do about that really? I'm only here like once a month on stream, and we get like 3 trades a week on average, so you know, chances are a little slimmer. Do you think you'll start streaming on YouTube in the future? Into the future, or just on Discord? What is this? That's just crazy seeing Don taking trades of style loss like that. Yeah, this is so I've been past the positive RR. So whenever people talk about like I'm gonna get back to your question in a second. My bad. Whenever people talk about like positive RR, I'm like, I've been doing this. Like, I did that before I went to negative RR. I seen that didn't work for me. That's why I had to make the adjustment. So when people are telling me like, yo, you trade negative RR, Don, it's like, man, I had to go through the positive RR first. I didn't just wake up one day and say I'm gonna just choose the negative RR side. Like, I had to, like, the market just kind of got me there naturally. You know what I mean? It just kind of brought me there through time, through trial and experience. It just ended up being negative RR, but like, I didn't start by just, I want to be different. I'm gonna risk X amount of pips. Like, I would have thought that was stupid too, but this wasn't as efficient for me. This was just like inconsistent for me to read, because I felt like when I'm like thinking too much about the RR, because like when I trade now, I don't think about the RR. Like, I know I'm gonna take a lot. I know like I'm gonna take a loss, win, or break even, but I'm not like thinking about how much my stop should be, because it needs to make sense enough for my TP to be at certain areas. So like, I need to have like a 1 to 3, 1 to 4, whatever. Because I feel like that should just be the trade. Like, the trade should determine the idea for you. Like, the trade should determine like where you set your TP to based on what makes the most sense. Like, if you see a resistance, you see a resistance, right? You can't just blindly ignore it because you want to have like a positive RR. So yeah, like, it wasn't just like overnight, right? A lot of people just think I just randomly one day all of a sudden did that, but no, like, over the years, like, my stops went from being like 30 pips at a point, and it comes down to the conditions of the markets as well. Like, conditions of the markets change, so like your stops will vary based off of how big or how small the ranges are. In today's age, my stops are probably like 600, 700 pips on average. or the last couple of trades, like hard stops, managing is like around 200, 300 pips, which is like pretty normal, where my stops have been. But due to like the conditions, right, and like how big like these ranges are, I'm forced, like not forced, but when I'm using the same stop loss in these conditions, it's gonna be wider, of course. So yeah, that was crazy though. That was GJ. I remember that trade. This was I think this is like my second stream on GJ, no? Like in 2020. And I think we came up towards like I'm predicting it towards here. And then you came back down towards hit break even. And I probably did some bullshit like close half at 10 pips and let the rest run. Right? I know I did that. But the RR was good though. So it must have been a good trade. I think it was your first stream. Oh, word. Yeah, somewhere around there. Like I remember this whole. This is on a MacBook still. All of that was on the MacBook. Do you think the Discord's back up? It's back up. It's back up. Do you apply IC concept in your playbook? No. I mean, I probably do in some way, some form. Like, is the leg candle somehow is the leg candle market structure? If the leg candle is market structure, then isn't the leg candle is there market structure implemented in ICT? If it is, then I guess so. Yeah, it's all the same thing. I think everyone has the same strategy in different ways. GJ shows killing my soul. I heard like the new Ken song. I haven't listened to music to Ken in like a long time. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, I don't even have headphones on right now. I haven't listened to music for like 3 streams. I just want to see how it feels, because I'm just always used to listening to music. Do you close your trade before price smash your stop loss? Well, I close my trade whenever I feel like closing my trade. Like whenever I feel like it's a good time. Like whenever I feel like it's tapping a zone that's struggling, whenever I feel like it's going against my direction, I close my trade. Right. It's just, but based on whatever price prints, like I don't like there's no like rule, you know. There's no like you have to like leave your trade running. Like you don't have to do anything. You did a funded challenge? Yeah, I did. It took me 1 day to pass, and I didn't realize that I did a challenge. I did, what's the other one called? Accelerated. At the time it was with what's that one company that ran off? My FX? No. My funded, MFF, something like that. This is like way back, like 22 or something. But yeah, I just did it just as like kind of, you know, I don't think I took it seriously, obviously, because I just went balls to the wall, full send. So yeah, I ended up passing in a day, and then I'm like, oh nice, I can get to my challenge. But then I realized that it wasn't a challenge, it was acceleration. So I get a withdrawal immediately. But then they I think they just shut down. So they took a break on, or I don't even know what to give. I think they did let everyone take out their funds, or withdraw. But I think I had to send a foreman. I just never did. I never sent the foreman to get my money from it. And yeah, that was the only time. But fuck funded companies. I only I admire everybody who is able to trade funding companies because it requires like, some next genius level of intelligence to trade a funding company. Like I'm being dead ass. It takes like some next level of skill and processing and like determination to really pass funding challenges. So everyone who passes funding challenges, shout out to you. There's like a 10-15 second delay on chat right now, so we might be not in sync. Trav dropped. I haven't listened to new music in like a week, 2 weeks now. The other day, Wiki hit me up. Yo, you should listen to Dave. I'm like, Dave? I haven't listened to like any music in a long time. Still the biggest ground Twitch points. You still have those points there? Isn't Dave the pedophile? I don't know. I know I know Dave from one Drake song when I was like 16. It was called "Wanna Know" by Drake. Is that Dave? That was Dave, right? That was the only song I know by. I don't know anything else by Dave. I don't listen to none of these artists. That's David. That's different. Yeah, that's David. That's different. Hell no. Never listened to David song in my life. I'd rather go trade positive IR than listen to David. I'd rather take a funded deal. There's like there's like Wickfell up here. This really didn't break the lows. Like we're just waiting for this to break out, chat. There's like this right here. We're waiting for that kind of break. If that doesn't break, then there's not much we can do. I think it could. Like I think you have 9 a.m. for a closure, then you have NYC, right? So it should be able to give you something. Um, 1 second, hold on. Ooh, we have like decent. Well, I lied. Kind of more volume than earlier. A little bit more. It should get there. I'll give it like another like 10 minutes. The opening. Doing your job on music is a gold thing to do. Yeah, I never understood. Well, I understood, but I never understood how those people like, you know how people gym and then people listen to music, and then there's over time, like whenever I ask like the gym dudes, they're like, yeah, I used to listen to music, but I don't listen to music anymore. And I was like, you sound like a psychopath. What you mean you don't listen to music and work out, right? But I guess it gets to a point where you just get immune to all of that, and your own focus is just like in your head and not just like you don't need like music to kind of get your mind going. But yeah, I'm trying it. I mean, there's nothing different. Like, I think with music or without, like, I'm not really, even when I had music, I wasn't really like listening. I was kind of just, just bop my head. Some people get distracted by music though. Like, some people can't process two things at once, so they can't listen to music while trading because it fucks up with their mental. Especially if you're like, you get more emotional. Like, music that hypes you up tends to like force you to like take more trades and just hypes you to take a lot of trades. That day when I took 300 trades, I wasn't listening to music, by the way. But yeah, I think it depends on the people. Depends on who you are. Why don't you use SMA, EMA lines? I'm in buys 39.92. Why don't I use SMA? I think I don't use SMA, EMA lines because I don't even know what they are, but I know there's an SMA EMA line right here, and I know there's an SMA EMA line right here, and I know there's an SMA EMA line right there, and I know that there's an SMA EMA line right there, and I know that there's an SMA EMA line right there, and there's also one more down here, right? I have had to got one of those right? So what I'm trying to say is like it's all there for you. Like, I don't like the way I read price. It's already on the charts for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's already being printed. Like, this point resistance is everything in trading. Like, any strategy chat, you can pull up any strategy there is out there, and no matter what keywords they use, like, I don't know, whatever describes their setups, it's all support and resistance at the end of the day. It's just different ways of viewing it. All right. So yeah, it's just different ways of viewing it. Like, but I just use lines, and you like to use SMA EMAs, right? That's fine. It's all the same though. 30 might close the leg candle. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So maybe if there's like a lacking of a top wick here, can we get a top wick first and then you come down and flip? How much is this leg candle fill? 47 pips. So it's not bad. If you, I mean, it's not the most tradable thing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I gotta see how much volume comes in here for the 4 opening, and then we'll go off of that. Absolute rage bait? No, I'm being honest. Like, if you were to pull up an SMA email line, I promise you that's what those are. Like, at least one zone. Or like you pull up any other indicator, right? Ichimoku cloud, whatever it is. I used to use Ichimoku cloud. It's all the same support resistance. Ichimoku cloud, you probably got like a cloud looking like this, no? Like, it's like it's looking like this. You know, because it's just showing you the highs, right? Another way to look at that is just by drawing a line here and being like, oh yeah, it's a trend line, right? You're respecting the trend line. It's getting smaller. Another way of looking at it is like, if you don't break these highs, then you're gonna stay below here, which means that you're in this range. And then if you get confirmation of sells here, you can take it down towards there. And that's how I'm thinking of it. So it just comes down to, I don't know how your brain works. You don't have to use that many. It's simply used as another confirmation. Yeah, depends on how like what you prefer, right? I don't even use what I know though. I'm sure at one point I've had like those indicators on my screen though. What up, Everest? I answered the question. I was like, who you talking to? You know, I used to when I first started streaming, I just streamed to 8 viewers, and I had to make up my own questions. About to stream every day? No, not the moment. I can't at the moment. I can't. Can't trade with other streamers, not the same, only Don or solo. There's only one Don, man. Hugh, what up, man? God told me we'll boom, boom up and fly. So God told you that gold's gonna go up today? Let's see it, man. What should take on TJR? I think everybody's good. I think everyone has like good purposes. Like the other day I was posting about Raja. Like I was like, why are you hating on Raja? I'm like, I'm not hating on Raja. Like the guy put me on to trading. Like the guy put me on to streaming. I wouldn't be here if I never seen him stream. Matter of fact, I wouldn't have the strategy I have here if I wasn't for Uncle Ted, which is Raja's mentor. So like, yeah, bro, like I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying like the reason why I didn't take a deal was because the reason why I didn't take a deal was because I saw that you faked one trade on Twitter. That's not hating. I'm just calling out what it is. Like that's why I didn't take the deal. And that's I don't know why he got mad at me for not taking that deal. And then after a while, when the whole man thing happened, he was like, "Oh, this guy took a deal with this guy go on Twitter and says like this guy took a deal with Blueberry Markets." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I offered this guy business advice back in the day. Business advice, by the way, to join his broker that he took that one fake live trade on. Maybe there are issues are real. I don't know, but." I just said no. Like I didn't say anything. I wasn't like, yo, your offer is shit. None of that. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna speak to my team, and then, I'll let you know. Like, I can't say no. Like just because like you put me on doesn't mean like I'm under you. Like doesn't mean like you own me. Like, a lot of times when people put you on, the person thinks that they own you after. Like I put Wix on. Do I own Wix? No, Wix can do whatever he wants to do. I told him to go stream the NY session. Right? But it's like I feel like a lot of times like people like to just be in control. And I'm like, man, I just didn't want to take a deal. So yeah. I have nothing but love for him. And I was like, yo, it would be great if we can do it would be great if the industry gets a collab course, like me and Roger Bank's collab course. Like that would be great for the industry. That would be the best course of all time out there. But that's not in my hands. What about trades by SCI? He legit as hell just passed 100 mil. Raja, I think passed like 300 mil one time too on one of his old brokers. I think he had like, I remember one time he showed like a 300 mil account on Vantage. So when I saw that, I was like, yo, I have to go like see what else he has to say, because how is he like having so much money? Like this is like 2019 too. And I was like, so that's what put me on to Raja. When I saw that he had 300 mil, I was like, yo, I have to learn from this guy. But he taught me a lot, like a lot of my basic strategies. That's why I'm like, bro, when people say I have negative RR, I'm like, don't, he put me, didn't he have the negative RR too? Like, he's the one to put me on. Or does he have more at 1-to-1? I swear it's more of the negative, because where did I got closing 10 pips from? Where did I got that simple idea from, right? Either Ted or him. So I'm like, I think we all just are in a simulation, man. I feel like we're all just doing the same thing, just like no one wants to admit it. Yeah, no, I'm not on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Zoom. Uncle Don. Uncle Dan. When I start my 1K account, we started this account in April. So it's been pretty good. Is trading a live account easier than a funded? 100%. 100% easier than a funded. Trading is not easy, but 100% easier than a funded account, for sure. Like I told you, you have to be like genius level to be passing funds. Like it takes a lot of more obstacles you gotta go through with all these rules and stuff, compared to a live where you're kind of more free to do what you want. Daniel Blanco. What up, man? Only thing about funded versus live is that it takes time to grow a live. Yeah, but what's the rush? Like, what's the rush? Like, there's no rush. Like, I don't see a rush. Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I think it's all like, it's all the same. Like, what's really the rush? I don't know. Like the rush to make money. I think that it just comes. It just comes naturally with time. Like I don't like putting the idea of time onto something, because then you feel like you're pressured to do it in a certain amount of time. Like times are relative, right? My bad, chat. We're just waiting for price to break out here. So I can't really do anything. People get slowly growing alive. Yeah, I mean, I feel much more free now that I'm showing like a smaller account. Like I felt like before when I felt like before when I had a much larger account, like I wasn't allowed to celebrate. I wasn't allowed to be cheerful. Like, I just wasn't allowed because it's a bigger account. I have to be more like, quiet, observant, humble, right? But with the 1K account, I feel like I can show off so much of it. It's like I can brag about my $10 win. I'm allowed to brag about my $10 win, right? Because there's a time where I remember when the whole like I got held at gunpoint thing happened in 2024 February. Someone said to me that was working me at the time. Someone was like, just because you're a trader doesn't mean you're invincible. I'm like, I feel like that's not how I felt though. I felt like since I was a trader, I felt more like fearful because I had money. So I felt like, since I was a trader and I had money, I was more fearful. I didn't feel invincible. I feel like now I'm more invincible because money can't control me. Like no amount of money, no amount of offers, broker offers, fund offers could control like what I do or what I say or like how I feel, right? But when I had money, I felt like I was more controlled. And when I had money with like people working for me, telling me like kind of what to do, that's why I posted the other day, like 2021, I haven't felt like this since 2021 because that was when I felt most free. And that's when you would probably think that the streams are most free. Like the streams of back end, they were like more, like me, right? So, yeah. I kind of felt the opposite. So, is this your only account? No. This is the only account I'm showing. I'm copy trading to multiple accounts. It took me to understand to not rush the process when I started really grow. Yeah, because in the end it doesn't matter. It's just money, right? Like there's no, as long as you're showing up and you're constantly going through the same I gotta lock it in here because we're starting to move. But as long as you show up and you're going through the same motions every day, it'll come to you. I promise you, it'll come to you. Like whenever you rush things, like that normal saying, that regular saying, like the faster it goes up, the faster it goes down, right? It's true. So like every time that I've rushed something, it always went to shit. Every time. That's why with my lot size, I've always adjusted my lots once a year. It's just something that I've done to kind of hold myself like consistent. And then the one time I didn't do that on the MAM, because I had a MAM after, so I had to like use different lots. I wasn't used to it. So like I wasn't used to all like of that fast move. It was too much movement and also too much happening at once too within that year alone. So yeah, like whenever like the faster things go up, the faster it goes down. The beginning of the MAM went up really fast, right? Like it grew really, really fast. And I always knew that like before going to the MAM that when things grow fast, it's not good. But it was just growing too fast. And when things crash just as fast, just as hard, right? Or if anything, faster. So that's why like I had to like sit down and trade like a 1K account, because on a 1K account it's like real slow. Like 1K account, it's like really, 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 really slow. So it kind of forces me to get used to those habits again. And so far we've had like or at least show a 1K account. So far we've had like the sharpest year by far ever. I haven't had a year this sharp ever, like pip count wise ever. And the best thing about it is that it's a 1K account, so nobody cares, right? Nobody's watching, so I feel free. Like I feel like I don't have to be worried about my balance. I don't have to be worried about showing my balance every day. I don't gotta be like, look how much pips I did today, because like I'm just strictly focused on the account, right? You say a lot? I can't say Mm, you still have your audio R8? No, I got rid of it. That's the car that had way too many trackers under it. I found even like, so I got robbed at gunpoint. Wasn't for the R8. It was for my MT5, but they used the R8 to track. So I don't even like the R8. I never even liked the R8. I like the M4 way better than the R8. I hate the R8. Like I just did not like the R8. It just felt like something was controlling me to get an R8. I don't know what. I hate the R8. I hate everything that came with it. Everything. But M4, I love that. But I had to get rid of the R8 because even after I got robbed at gunpoint, or got held at gunpoint, I even after all of that, I was still getting trackers under my car. Like there was still trackers underneath my car, and I had to move a little different, obviously, right? So it was a good thing. Like I don't see that as like a bad thing that happened to me. I think it was just a good thing. It was like, you know, God just kind of blessed me. Like maybe you should move a little different, Don. Maybe this whole thing that happened to me was like a great camouflage. This is amazing because now like no one cares. It's amazing. Maybe it was meant to be. Like I don't know. That's why I love the situation I'm in because no one knows anything anymore, right? Cookie Leclerc. Chat. Anyways, what I'm looking for here on charts before whatever. So we're pushing up here, and this is a 60 pip pop. So there's some good volume here, but I think so there's some good volume here. There's like a 64 pip pop up. You have a leg candle kind of right here. So what we can do, let me see how it looks on TradingView here. But there's something here. Also, fuck that person who never mind. Let me just lock this in. So yeah, there's like a zone right here at like 40 39.94, and you're pushing up right now off of that. So one thing I would like to see is your structure. So like because like I don't know if this is enough. I don't know if this is enough of a low here, and I wonder if we're gonna be creating like more structure here. So like this is the first time you pop an L. This is the first volume, and usually like when you're like a newer trader or like a little unexperienced, you're probably thinking like the first breakout is the breakout. It's not always the first break. It's not always the first breakout. Sometimes it could be like this could continue dropping up for all I know, but sometimes what might happen is you might be able to come back into the range, create support, and then re-break the highs. And if that were to happen, I'll be much more comfortable taking that position, because the idea of the fact that that could happen is enough for me to not take the position at all, right? Why would I look for a position here? Because I know that there's a chance, a small chance, even if it's a small chance, that there could be a higher low being created here on price at 4,039.98, right? Whatever that is, that area right here. So if you can like come down, create a bottom wick off of these zones here, and then come back up to re-break the highs of 4,006, I'll look for buys above 4,006 up towards 4011.949, and we'll look for those positions. But off of this pop, I can't do much. I can't take sells here, obviously, because I'm more bullish today. In terms of structure, it shows that's more bullish. I can't take sells, or I can't take buys yet because I need to see more structure. So basically, like if you can do this and then come back up to re-break the highs here, depending on where the high is, we'll look for the buys and the re-break of the highs back up towards 4011.949. And if you come back into the range and you stay below, then guess what? Things have to turn a little bit, and we'll start planning out ideas for selves later on. Not below here because this is still the first breakout, but I'll see like more so below here, maybe below 47.4, right? But we're still far away from that. And earlier, Angry Career Bear was like, Don, it's moving slow right now. Do you think we're gonna move? I think so. I think lately it's been moving like a little late. But I think every day so far has been giving you at least one opportunity to trade. So I'll wait for that one opportunity. It looks like it's coming in though. You have a 4-hour closure. It's pretty decent. It closed weak bearish, holding support. So yeah, it could continue driving up. Still holding that zone at 39.94 or 39.93. So if it comes back up above like 40.12 here, buys up above there, going up towards 40.25 and then 37 would be great. So that's like my little update here. So that's what I'm waiting for. That's why we're not really hunting yet, but we're closing earlier. Cool. Need new mods for a while. Yeah. So whenever people said like, yo, we're the London Avengers, like I didn't know what to say. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, bruh, I don't know. Did you guys not know this too? I just didn't say anything. I just let it be. But that's what that's something that I learned not to do. I feel like all of them climb the ladder of being your mod. Everybody, every single buddy. And when one of the, when one of the when the situation happened, one of them even had the audacity to like, it was weird. Like I don't know, I found it weird to like make it a thumbnail. Like make it a thumbnail that I was in their basement. After I told him like what happened to me, like I felt that was just weird. It was mad weird. That shit was weird, man. Is it weird? Like, am I tripping? Like, I think that was weird, man. I don't know. That was weird. Like, it was just weird. I'm Douglas. I'm glad to see gold flying, man. You think he got enough volume from downside to continue up? Yeah, like in this case, yeah, it should continue up towards like 40.11. I'm just like, well, I want to see if you can get some structure like here before continuing up. I want to see like the chances of you coming down, because if it flips, then ideally like that should be the move down. But if it holds, then buys back up, right? But yeah, your next target area is like 40.11. I wouldn't see why that wouldn't get tapped. And then after that is 40.25, right? And then 40.37. Those are like, that's what I'm expecting price to continue up towards today. It's just a matter of like how is it gonna continue up? Batmobile. Hard times always show people around, right? Yeah, I mean, everybody. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm glad I didn't come out. I'm glad I didn't come out hurt. Everybody though, chat. Everybody's fuck everybody. Every single person. Every single person. fake supporting just to promote their shit, like just to promote their shit and then go out there and do what everyone else is doing. Like you're not even doing anything unique. Like everyone just doing the same thing. Everyone just going out there just to take the same funding company deal and then promote the same funding company to go on a fucking podcast to talk about discipline and patience and this and that, like, and then telling me about like, oh, the 10 laws of power, this and that. Like, you don't even know the 10 laws of power. You have to read a book to know the 10 laws of power. Like, you don't even know, like, if you knew the 10 laws of power, you wouldn't even be doing what everyone else does. You being true genius to yourself. So it's like, when they say that shit, I'm like, what are you talking about? You go on these podcasts to talk about the same thing that everyone else talks about. Everybody talks about the same topics on these podcasts. And I like Rizm. It's not even his fault. It's not even Rizm's fault that that he got shit for his podcast. It's the fucking traders. And okay, yeah, I can't say that, right? Because I went through what I went through. So that's why I'm like, okay, cool. I'll fix it. I'll do my part. I will do my part. I will try my best to do my part, right? In the process of it. But when he gets shit for that, I'm like, it's not his fault. Everybody's a fucking scammer. 90% of the industry is a fucking scammer. 90% of the industry. Like, more if anything. Everyone says the same shit. Everyone repeat everything that I've done, someone has copied. Like, everything, bro. Like, you see that red button in my title? I was the first person in the industry to use that red button on my title. Everyone did the same thing. I was the first person to drop a playbook. Everyone dropped the playbook afterwards. I was the second person to go live. Everybody went live afterwards. But I would say I was the first to kind of bring the community in, to like make it kind of a community thing. Roger was the first to like kind of introduce the idea. So I always give my props to Roger for that. But then it's like, that's why it's so jaded now. That's why the industry is the way it is. It's like, I don't even want to, like, I love to, you know, share my journey and like share my thoughts and everything. But I just feel like there's better places to be because the industry is money, right? Obviously. So it's like, it's a casino. When you go to a casino, do you feel good about yourself? Like I used to go to a casino. I know how it feels there. It's like, it feels depressing, sad. And that's why, like, when people, you know, show anger towards me online for trading, I understand, because it's money. It's not a good mental place to always be. It's like you're fighting demons every day in the Forex industry because everyone's a fucking demon. Like, everyone's a demon. So, yeah, it's a casino. A fund in a company is basically a casino. It's like you win too much money, they will take the ability away for you to withdraw money. They might kick you out. You know how you play blackjack and you know how to count cards, and then the shoe boss comes and like says, hey, they back you off, you can't play. Same thing. It's like same as a fund company. There's like, you have a smaller chance, like a fund company, you have a smaller chance of being successful than a live account. But the idea of it is that you get funded, right? The idea of a casino is that you get quick money, non-taxable money if you're in Canada at least. So yeah, it's kind of how I feel. But I'm like, everybody just copies and pastes the same product, the same strategy. And I'm not trying to say like, you know, my shit's the best. I'm not trying to say my shit's the best. Matter of fact, my shit is the best. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just the same copy and pasta, you know, copy and paste the same methods. And by the way, you're getting this bottom wick here. So if you can hold this zone right here, that'd be perfect, because then you can close back up the range. You can just continue. Chat, I've never taken a deal before, ever. Like ever. I found Blueberry because Blueberry was one of my community members at the time. Shout out to Tyler, put me on. You guys might know Tyler if you were like here back in the day. He was like, I'm like, what broker do you use? He's like, Blueberry, because he's from Canada as well at the time. And then I'm like, oh, cool. And Vantage just left, right? So I'm like, cool. What's in Blueberry? And then I looked in Blueberry, and it was good conditions and everything. And over time, they just gave me some regular like link, just like if I get signups. But it was like no deal. I don't get no retainer. I still don't got a retainer. And I'm pretty sure like I put Blueberry on the map. But I could have done the same for any broker with the poll that we had on streaming and like viewership. We could have done the same thing for any broker, but I was just like, why would I go to a different broker if these conditions are fair to me? You know, like they weren't even offering U.S. clients at a point, and I was still taking them because I wasn't. A lot of people would be like, no U.S. clients. My audience is U.S. I gotta go find a U.S. non-U.S. client broker. So it's like, yeah. Oh, by the way, this is your bottom wick. So you see the volume that we have right now. So this will determine now if we are going to continue down or if we're going to get a bottom wick to continue back up to retest the highs. This is kind of where it's going to be at. Let me just see how correct this 99 zone is because 99, I remember it wasn't that strong of a zone. Let me put something right there. Let me put something right here. 39.81, 305. WJ, bro. Like thoughts on gold? All right. Thank you, Sus. Thank you, man. Explain how your shit is the best with words. What do you mean? Well, I'm not. I'm just trying to. I just want to change. Like I don't know. I've always wanted to make like a different impact in the industry, but I don't know. It's kind of always how it's been. It's always how it will be. I mean, I could continue to try. I will probably continue to try, knowing me, but it's hard, man, because it's just the way the world's set up. You know, I'm not even blaming the people. It's just how the world's set up. They only know better. So it's like we're like puppets, right? And there's like puppet masters controlling us. That's how it is with like what they give in your media, what they want, like what you think you might think this is your lifestyle. You don't know if this is your lifestyle, but you go into it because you might not have good friends around you and the rest of your friends are part of control too. So they think a certain way. So then it's like, you're going to get into this like it's just how it is. It's just how this is how it is. So I'm not even blaming the people. It's kind of just how it is. You know, man, that's just how it is. F1. Yeah, I watch F1. I hope Max wins. Like I was playing MOB. I was playing MOB the other day. MOB the show, because the Jays were in the World Series and everything. I was playing my career mode, and usually in every my career mode, I'm able to succeed. I'm able to make it to the actual league and be like starting whatever. But I was playing MLB the show, and like, bro, I was playing like 2 seasons, and I was playing every single game, batting average of like 400 plus, 500 plus, and they didn't even they didn't bring me up to the show. Like they really didn't want me to go to the show. They wanted me to stay in the triple A league, and not even the double A league. I wasn't even playing for I was playing for the triple A league, and they didn't want me to go to the show. I never had an issue with that ever. That was the first game I couldn't make it to the league. Like I just couldn't, maybe because I'm new to the game. 2K no problem, NHL no problem. The show, I had to play through 2 seasons, and the best contract they gave me was a 60K a year contract. Max Orlando. Max. Of course. Max. Max is like the only real racer in that lineup. There's no other real racer aside from Fernando Alonso and Hamilton. The rest are just kids that grew up rich. I mean, they all grew up rich, right? But the only real racers are Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen, and Lewis Hamilton, and I like Antonelli. Piastri I like too, kind of. I like Piastri. But Lando, nah. Talking about Lando. You talking about Lando? You talking about Lando Norris? You started watching last season, you don't know shit? I don't know shit, but I know how humans work. It's the same thing. You telling me Lando's better than Max Verstappen? The guy who did the Nürburgring race in a GT4 car with the handicap, and then the next weekend did a GT3 race and won a GT3 race in his first race. Bro, I was playing iRacing and I saw Lando Norris couldn't even come first place in iRacing. He was because I follow him on iRacing because I was following like F1 drivers, like how they're doing. But you telling me Lando's better than Max, bro? Okay. Chat, you're starting to shift down now, right? So I want to see, like, we have some good volume, and this has potential to continue driving down here. So I'll put like a zone at like 39.79. That's my next area. Let me see. 39.79. Can it be there? Yeah, 7.9. That's the day of flip. Let's leave that there. And let's see if you can get a pullback here, because this is starting to shift pretty good, very nicely. This is a fake out to move up. So if this is a strong move, I would like to see a pullback. So if you get a pullback to like maybe like here, maybe a little higher. Let's go up towards here, towards like 90, and then you come back down to re-break the lows. We'll take the re-break of lows down towards 7.9, but I need a pullback. If it doesn't do that, and instead it pops down and it makes a pullback at like in that 82, we'll wait for price to pull back towards like 84. And then we'll take the re-break of lows back down to continue down towards 7.9. But either way, 7.9 is like your daily target. So you want to see it make its way down towards there, right? I just need to see these pullbacks here to confirm that this isn't fake outs, because these pushes up. Like, look, see the pullback? That's the flip. If the minute were to flip, ideally you would drive up. If you drive up, then you start closing back up on the 5-minute ranges, right? But if it holds that zone, comes back to re-break the lows, what price is doing is it's creating a higher low. It's doing this. So as it re-breaks its own low, that should sell down towards the bottom of the range. Cool. So you got pull back there again, which is not bad. I don't think that'll be enough though. I want to see it up at 90. If it doesn't do it here, and let's say it pops down again, chat. Let's say it comes down towards like here, and then it pulls back, then we'll wait for that re-break of lows down there. I'm guessing their next zone, like monitor zone, is gonna be like somewhere around here. I'll say around there, around like 39.83. $39.83. I'm guessing that's your next zone. So you can get a reaction there. But either way, 79 is where you're looking at grab, okay? Or a till. So you got some range though. Like this range alone is like a 30-pip range. So it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. Not pretty good. It's pretty neutral. So let's see if we can get a pop. I would say like around here is like your like next destination area. 82. If you tap 90, then you can take the rebreakout lows here. Because this is some good volume. We didn't get in the fake out, right? Why didn't we get in the fake out, chat? Right? Because there's a chance that it can be a fake out. So you want to wait for that higher low. Even if it isn't and it rips up, it's better to just be aware of it than not be aware. Because, you know, a lot of people would have got faked out. That was the first breakout today. I said, like, sometimes a lot of traders think that the first breakout is the move. It may not. And this move down may have not even be the move too. You might come back up, but that's why we're waiting for this top wick to happen at 90. If it does come back up now, okay, amazing. Above 4,007, we great buys. But now that we have this higher low here, you come back down to rebreak this own low, we can take the sells down, right? From like there down towards like the next zone, wherever that is. So there's the top wick. So now get ready. The rebreak of here. So I'll say like 82 could be a break-even point for us. If you take the rebreak lows, that would be like a 15 pip range. And then TP could be down here at 40. And then trail stops could be like somewhere here. I think that's 20. And I got 90, I think, off of looking left at like these zones here. Like I was looking at this zone right here, these wicks right here, these wicks right here, these zones right here, all to the left for like that 90 tap. And that's what I based it off of. Just like look left and then see like the levels that you react off the most, you know what I mean? And then that was the zone that I decided to choose. So get ready here. We're gonna market X on the rebreakout lows, chat. I'm not gonna put a sell stop. I can't. It fucks up all my orders. But I'm a market X. 84.26. If it doesn't pop now on this push and it pulls back again, I'm gonna wait for the second rebreakout lows. I'm not gonna get on the first rebreakout lows because this move down is now too slow to retest the lows, which means that volume's dying. So I want to see that first tap and then a pullback, because if you pull back, like see what I mean, like that. So we're gonna actually adjust. I'm gonna leave it where it is, but you want to see now this to break the lows. So when it breaks the lows, you probably want to see it break the lows by like not by much. I'm not expecting like a pop. It might be a pop though, but I'll let that first move slide by and I'll wait for a pullback again. It won't be the same 90 zone. I'll probably wait for like 84 or something and then the rebreak, because this move down is too slow, right? It wasn't like a quick instant rebreak of lows. It was kind of just like tap and then you're making your way back up now towards the top of the range. So yeah, we'll wait for that. Good one. Yeah, I think we did that, Saeed. I think we did that like 2 days ago or something, right? Or was it yesterday? I forgot. But yeah, sometimes when it's like it's too slow, it's not like an instant re-break. You always want to account for volume. So like this, the first pop chat won't be the trade for me. Sometimes you gotta know when to lock it in though, right? Like sometimes we're just sitting on the charts. It's like when there's that volume, you just can tell. It's just like you gotta lock it in though. But when there's nothing there, you're just like you shouldn't be really paying attention to it, because then that's what sucks you into the position, right? Taking stuff shouldn't be taken. So you can see a little bit of it. You can see a little bit right here. This could be seen as a higher low, right? To make your way back up. If it breaks, then it's a fake out. So I'm not worried about like what's happening up here. It's like I'm like these ranges kind of tell you everything, right? It tells you where price will go, where price will how price will react off the way it's going. $9.47. So you got a lower high already, like right here. And then you came down, and then you got another lower high right here again. I think this is gonna get filled. This is the leg count in the minute. This could likely pop up here to fill that range. 15 flips there, I know that. 30-minute closure, 1 hour closure in 13. Is there any more news there? I don't think so, right? It's just, yeah, 10 a.m. actually. Orange folders. Nothing too major though. So yeah, chat, anything above 4,007 be great buys too. Because like, what's the reason as to why you should come up again, right? It's like, this was already the fake out. If it were to go down, it would have came down. Like, this is the move down, right? But it could be a double fake out. That happens too sometimes. Why is it so quiet? I mean, I was talking. We're just waiting for price here. That's why. I don't want to shift the focus. You know, all eyes on price. How far is this? 40 pips. $39.65. 3965.16. What up, Toby? Remember you blew the 1 million blueberry? Yes, I remember. It's in my bio. I'm never gonna forget. Hey, Tombo. People like, let's see what he gonna say. Yeah, I remember. Like, what are you talking about? Of course I remember. I'm always gonna remember. I'm always gonna remember. I was gonna feel for the victims, and I'll do everything I can in my power to do so. Can you say the same? Can you make it all, then lose it all, and make it all again? I have never once go under someone's comments and message them and be like, and message any like negative stuff under any single comment in my life. In my life. Everyone who does that shit just straight up losers, like straight up losers, because you can't do it. You can't do it. So that's why you go under someone else's comments and you say that about others, because you can't do it. I've never seen people that way. I believe in everybody. So I never have the need to comment hatred under someone else's post. Never. But you straight up loser. That's why you do it. You're like, man, like, let's see what he gonna say. Man. Hop on a call me. I'll show you my 7K broker balance. I never mentioned that you weren't rich or were rich. That's the first defense mechanism. Hop on a call right now, show my 7K, and then what? And then what? And then what? Money can't control me. I don't, like, go look at my past streams. What's that gonna do? Like, what's that gonna do? Go look at my 100K to 1 mil account flip. Like, what's that gonna do? That's not gonna do anything. First defensive mechanism. Like, it's like when I used to trade in my chat, right? And we'll go on like drawdown, and then during the drawdown, all I get is like people just saying like, yo, Don, like, this trade sucks. Like, why'd you even get in? Like, this is straight L trade, like L trade, da 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 da. And then when I come back from it, am I gonna pull up all the messages and be like, hey, look, I prove you wrong, right? But those people that came are gonna disappear after. They're not gonna want to sit there. They only just want to make the comment and dip. Like, same thing here. It's like, it doesn't matter. Because if it did, then I'll pull it up. What up, Mike? That's why I need the wrench. When I stream more consistently, if I stream more consistently, I'll give better wrenches out. But I don't even know. I'm not consistent right now on streaming, right? So I can't even do so. Looking like no trade today. We'll see. I usually give it to like 10:15, 10:30. You have a 1 hour closure and you have news, so that might spike price a little bit, that might have like a little impact on price. But yeah, we'll see. You're back on YouTube? No, I'm not back on YouTube. Chat, I'm not back on YouTube. I really thought we'll get that position. Like, I don't even know if it might be the other way. It might be the re-break of 1 hours. I think this 1 hour is gonna close like weak bearish. So let's see. If it closes respecting like 9 to 5, then things get real interesting for 10 a.m. So yeah, we'll see. It could be a double fake out. But at least now you guys know how to avoid a double fake out, right? And then just get the actual position. Don, don't you guys care when the market opens up 3rd minute, doesn't have a top wick when you are in sells? No, because it's why. So if you think about the idea of before, I used to talk about how we need a 3rd minute top wick here, whatever the case may be, right? It's like it's the same thing here. Like if price were to open up and it were to or not open up, but okay, let's say this active candle right here, right? It's why earlier I waited for a pullback, because if it were to flip, it would have flipped in that pullback, which this is the pullback actually, but that's why I waited for price to pull back and then re-break the lows, because then you get something like that and the idea of a top wick disappears because you have the high right here. You have like a new lower high right there, right? But if you don't have that and you're taking sells any given moment, this thing could rip up for a top wick, yeah. But so that's why like waiting for those lower highs to be created is very crucial, because that's the idea behind 3rd minute top wick. Like in the past, I'll say like 3rd minute no top wick, you want to see like price come up, create a top wick, and then continue down, right? It's the same thing. Like that lower high confirms that idea of the 3rd minute not needing a top wick to continue down for you. Wanted to give away for regular paid streams. You don't think this stream was a giveaway? You don't think anything that I said in this stream was a giveaway? I feel like everything I said in this stream was a giveaway that's on its own. Like, because you're not going to find the information on this stream anywhere else, on anyone else's stream. So I feel like I have to be, you know, like locked in. I got to be locked in for the stream. I got to give you guys everything, like the whole experience, like everything. You know what I mean? And I have, I can't give away a funding company or anything. Like I have a referral code on Blueberry I can pull up somewhere if you want, but like what else did I give up? You know, I have nothing to give up right now. This is all I'm giving out. If you guys enjoyed the stream, though, leave a like. I appreciate it. W value almost tripled my account this year. I'm happy for you, Biza. W Biza. Well, not bounce on FEG. I don't know what FEG is, but I don't know. I know that I'm looking for buys about 4,007 or sells below 3,983. All in between, I don't know. Like I know there's zones here, like at 39.99. If that's an FEG, right? But I don't know what price will do. I know that if it does so and so, that is my idea. So get in that habit. Like I don't know what price will do, but if it does this and this, then there will be signs, basically, right? There will be signs of where it's gonna go. So all these like tops and bottoms that I'm waiting for, those are the signs that we take. Anything else is just nonsense. Like, not nonsense, but just noise for me. I know what FEG is. Fair value gap. I just I don't know what FEG is, man. I don't know what FEG is. I need to get some water, man. I'm mad thirsty. I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna let this candle open the top wick. I'll be back in like a minute. All right. Happy Friday, chat. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream and enjoying the Friday. Whenever I'm streaming, it always feels good to be here. Grown ass man drinking water. Whose birthday is it? W Friday, Wicked. W Wicked. Just don't tell me to listen to Dave again. W Wicked though. Nothing but love for Wicked. Wicked has never crossed me once ever. I love Wicked. Shout out to Cam. Cam Harris. Nothing but love for Cam Harris. Never crossed me. Just Calm FX. Shout out to Calm FX. I love Calm FX. Never crossed me. What that mean, Cardi? What about? You want to get banned, Addy? Addy, you want to get banned? Don't act like you don't know what happened, what he did. None of that. You gonna act like nothing happened? I don't blame you though, man. Like, not everyone is like tapped in or aware or noticed things. So I don't even blame. I wonder if forgiveness of war in grade 3. I forgive. Well, that's one thing. I always forgive everybody. Like when I talk about people and everyone, I always forgive. But that's just how I feel about them sometimes. I just feel like how you gonna like see me, like I'm gonna call you and tell you the whole story of how I got held at gunpoint, and the next day you fucking go on YouTube and post a thumbnail of me in the fucking with red gloves on. You put red gloves on me. You put I'm known for wearing red gloves on the Wisdom stream, and you gonna put red gloves on me in your thumbnail, locked in the basement. What the fuck that mean? What that mean? What that mean, Wix? What that mean? So I forgive though, but that's weird. I don't know. That's just weird. That's weird. But I don't know, man. I'm supposed to just like act like it's normal. Like I don't know. I feel like I've acted my whole life like everything was normal. Like my whole life, I've always acted like everything was normal. But it's not. I'm just. It's just how it is. I'm gonna call it for how it is. Like that's just. I don't know. It felt weird. I don't know. Like. You know. It just kind of hurts, but like betrayal hurts, yo. Betrayal hurts, but I got nothing but love. Like at the end of the day, when I went to Miami for the first time, he came to my place, lit up a candle because the place is smelling like paint. But I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. Nothing but love. I forgive. You don't have to have love. Well, to be able to move the way I want to move, I have to move with love. Because everything I do is with love. Even if it doesn't come off right out my mouth, off my tongue, I do it with love. Like, I don't hate anybody. At the end of the day, I'm just saying how I feel. I don't hate anybody that has a funded and goes on podcasts and talks about fake discipline, and they only started training 8 months ago. I don't hate it. I just feel like it's not. It's like, I feel like when people point the gun or point their fingers at Wisdom, the podcaster, for getting hated on, I'm like, he's just a podcast host, bro. Everyone getting mad at him because he has all these scammers on, but it's like, he's doing his job. He's a podcaster. At the end of the day, you know, he's just Wisdom. He put so many careers up there. Like at the end of the day, he gave everyone an opportunity with his platform. Everybody, me, everybody of it. So when he gets hated, I'm like, why? You know. But the people that come on it, so that's why I have to move with love. Because if I don't move with love, it comes off as like, I don't want to. I'm not evil. I was here to defend people that won't defend you. Well, I know my calling in the end, so I don't need anyone to defend me. Because everyone's gonna switch up some way, one way or another. So, but I know I gotta lock it in, so I have to lock it in and do my thing. And yeah, just do my thing. It's wartime. I was on top again. Damn. I like streaming. Like, I would love to be here every day, but I gotta take care of DVS01. And yeah, I just can't stream right now. Also, sometimes I don't like streaming too much because I feel like when you're streaming too much and people get to know you, they start to control you. Start to tell you what to do. That's why, like, when I was streaming on Twitch, I liked it. I like streaming on Twitch. I like being myself and just, joking up, laughing up a chat. But sometimes, some days I felt like I just too much control. Like you're a puppet. You're a puppet on a screen, basically. So I didn't like that idea. It's just a weird feeling. But I like making people laugh and making people, like, going through whatever they go through. People watch me for that. Or people are watching me when they're going through stuff, trading wise, non-trading wise, whatever. IRL streams were lit, but I just sometimes don't like being controlled all the time. But we make good memories on Twitch. But yo, Addy, this is a memory right now. Like in 5-10 years, when 5-10 years, in like a year and a half, 2 years, when things are popping again, you're gonna be like, yo, remember when things were so small and like such a small group of people? Look at where it is now. You're gonna say the same thing. We're always gonna say the same thing. So we gotta like forget about the past and just continue moving forward. Like we gotta just keep looking forward, because there's always new things to come. And sometimes you gotta close one door, open up a bunch of other doors, right? You spoke something about the spawn control, bro. Who am I gonna speak to? Like, what you mean? This is how shits are. Just how things are. In my position right now, I got no say. But what I could say about gold is, if we start making our way back down below here, we'll look for more positions. They know wicks and outs. Yeah, but I don't really see it as like, I don't know, like we might not click or we might not speak, but I don't know, he's just doing his thing. Like, I don't know. He's just doing his thing. I'm doing my thing, Like, I don't think it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's like, I don't know, but I think I don't see it as a bad thing or a good thing. It is. Sometimes things are how they are. And this 15 candle right here, chat, is closing respecting like 39.94. So you might have a leg candle on this 15. So there is a chance, because you got a high here today, you got a high here, and you got a high here. So as you come back below here, could you take advantage of the wick fill, the leg candle fill, instead of the continuation? And that's a lot better because it's not the lows. So the more highs you have, the better, because the more it confirms. So now the thing I'll wait for is the leg candle body reaction. So I think you got one right here. That's the reaction. If you can come down again, so basically the leg candle formation, the way like the leg candle moves is we use it as a way of looking at structure. So with structure here, you're gonna come, I'm assuming you're gonna come down, which you ever have. You're gonna get a pullback. That's the first initial reaction. It's usually off of the body, which is like your support basically. You re-break the lows, come back, and then you hold 39.90. If you can do that, the re-break of this low will be the sells. So hopefully it's not too low. Hopefully it's like just like a little pop like here, and then a hold there, and then a re-break, and then that'll be my sell below there to come down towards the wick fill, right? 26 pips. So because this 15 is pretty decent in terms of like it's holding that structure zone right around, that's a 15 leg candle again. That's now a 15 leg candle going up. But I think either way, if we get that formation, it'll confirm, because like why else are you gonna come down, break the lows, and come back and hold the zones to come up again? I'm assuming in my head that if that were to come back and re-break the lows, that's your continuation down, right? If it were to be a 15 opposite way, this kind of would flip and continue driving up above like 39.91.87. So like if this is a leg candle, this should come up towards here, and then you'll get the formation up, and then sells out the window probably. So let's see. You don't see it as liquidity above. This like wick, yeah, I see it as liquidity if it holds. If it doesn't, then I think this move down might be liquidity. Then I only think this move down will be liquidity if you break above like 4,003, which my buys would likely be above there, 4,003, because you can take advantage of the 15 leg candle up, right? So it's a battle between the leg candles right now. That's what that is. Sounds crazy, sounds stupid, because leg candle, but that's just the way I describe that play. So it's the battle between the bullish leg candle versus the bearish leg candle. I hope it holds below 90. Yeah, if it does, then that'd be great too. I think both ways will be good here because everything's set up now, right? I know it's a little not too late yet because I'm here till 10:40 probably, 11 max. Like if there's a trade at 11, I'm not taking it, but 11, like if you get a trade at 10:55, 10:59, that's cool. But it's set up now because you have all this was arranged right here on its own. You had a pop up, pop below. So now it's a matter of decision. Like, are you gonna go up or down? But it's set. It's like if you go down, this is your liquidity down. If you go up, this move was liquidity to go up, and it's gonna fly up too. It's not just gonna come up slowly. If it is a move up, because one, it's late day. If it moves up, it'll be the directional direction. It'll be a more so directional trade, directional move of a day. That's how I see it. But 4,003 above there should be straight up towards 4,000 and 4,008. Worst case 4,008. We can take that above there. Either way, you have range till 4011 if it comes up. See how there's no volume right now? So get ready because it's gonna spike in whatever direction, and then that's when you kind of start hunting. Yuki Snow to crash on FP1. I like Yuki, but he is ass. I wish he was better, man. I really thought he would do a lot better, but that car Rebel is probably mad tricky or something because he's not used to it yet. It's like made for Max, right? My Asian brother. All right, so it's starting to like slowly shift below 90 here. You have a leg kind of right here. You have to pop through. Let's see if we can hold 30.90. If it doesn't hold, then we gotta wait for another pop. How much is the rebreak of the highs here? 99. No topic here. I will say, regardless of what people say or do, we're here to learn, get better, and become great men. Not just the top ones on the screen. Life is much deeper than that. Yeah, it is true. That's why I felt like. I also felt like a lot of people got bored of the streams too, or streaming in general, because we already did that. We already did everything on streaming. Like, what more can we do on streaming? It's like at some point you gotta progress. So like people get bored of watching you because you don't progress. Like you're not progressing as a person, you're not progressing as a man, right? So people get bored. Like they already learned everything about the charts from you. So people who have the biggest followings are usually people who just progress. So when people watch my streams, I know they learn more than about charts. I know they learn way more than just about charts. But that's why streaming is dead. That's why when we stopped streaming, there was no one doing crazy numbers anymore. Just it wasn't their fault. It was just because the idea of it already capped out. So we gotta bring another way to make it better. Like there has to be a different way to make it better and like make it just a better experience instead of just like nowadays it's just like you come on just to like aura farm and flex. That's what streaming is nowadays. Like on trading wise, there's no growth there. That's why it's dead. To me, 5 push-ups. This guy's ego is insane. You're not an industry leader. LOL. Viewership didn't go down for the community when you stopped streaming. Okay, so who's still pulling 4 to 5,000 viewers aside from TGR on Kick? Because TGR actually disrupted the industry. Like that's why TGR is doing numbers. See, this is what I mean when I say things. I have to say it with love because I never mean it in a negative way. I'm just saying the truth. I'm just saying like how it is. See, TGR sold courses. Yeah, but everyone sells courses. It changed because of you. Now we can't trust people who are trustworthy, transparent people. Well, whose fault is that? Is it my fault? Is it your fault? Like, whose fault is that? It's like you gonna tell me because one person fucked up, one person, me, fucked up, made a huge mistake. Like, gigantic mistake, and continue to show up every day, and we'll resolve things. You tell me, it's like the other day someone on my comment posted, Don, you and Raja are the reasons why I quit trading. It's like, so you're going to quit trading because you saw another person take a loss. That's the stupidest thing I've heard. It's like, and that's why you're so easily influenced by everyone with all these cars, flashing money, flashing lifestyles, because that's all you know. And that's not your fault. But that's like the way it's set up. They want you to have that lifestyle. Not like the people flashing it, but we don't know who they are. But the people want you to see that lifestyle. And that's why a lot of people get depressed, get insecure, get self-conscious about themselves because they're not where they want to be yet. But it's like, do you really want that? Or are you just following the crowd? Is what I'm trying to say. Are you just following the crowd? Are you just following what everyone else wants? So it's like, if you're gonna look at one person and see them take a loss, and that's gonna affect your whole life, you're a free prostitute. Because how you gonna do that? Like, you basically a free prostitute. Because how you gonna do that shit for free? It's like, you're gonna let one thought, one idea of a person affect and change. Like, no, like, that's your own mind. That's your, like, you should be in control of your life and how you want to, like, where you want to go. But that's the reason why a lot of traders, like, a lot of new traders, and especially a lot of new beginners, follow that lifestyle. So no, I'm not mad. I'm just trying to explain it. Like, I don't think Hank is wrong for saying what he said, right? I'm just like, just gotta have a talk about it, yo. Just have a convo. But I'm trying to get your point of view, my point of view. But like, I didn't like the idea of someone saying like, I quit because of me and Raja. I'm like, man, it's like, you only want to see wins in life. Like, it's not that easy. It's not that simple. You have to fight through it. Like, I'm in the process of it right now, and I hate, like, I had friends in real life that tell me like, you got lucky. It's like, what do you mean I got lucky? I fight through it every day. Every day I'm always working. Every day I'm always thinking. I'm always trying to find a way to, like, improve, get better, no matter what. So to have someone tell me like I got lucky, it's like, I'm doing it right now. It's like, when I make it all back for everybody, everyone's going to say, this is what everyone's going to say. It was a social experiment. This guy manipulated everybody. That's what they're going to say. Because they can't accept the fact that I will do it. Like, that's just, I will find a way to do it. And this is not, because I know this is not the first time I've been in these shoes. I've been in these shoes before. Not on this type of scale, but it's the same mentality every time. It's the same experience, kind of, in a way, you know? It's like, it's the same steps that I'm taking. It's the same type of blocking out the noise, same type of just locking it in, same type of patience, same type of discipline. But this is the process. Like, if you want to see real life trade, like real trading, real experience, like, this is it in the making. Like, this is it right now. Like, you see the community, you see where it's at right now compared to where it was before, and you're gonna see how it grows from here on out. But that's just how it is. But it's like, you can't let one person decide that. Like, if I listen to everybody in my life, which I did for a lot of my life, you turn into like a little shell. And I was a little shell. Like, you turn just like this quiet dude, like, and you don't want to say anything because you don't want to step on people's toes, and you get stepped on, and then people take advantage of you, this and that. And that's the reason that got me here in the first place. It wasn't because I blew a man. It was way before that. It was because of the way I perceive my life in general. It's the way I seen everything. It's just the way that I was taught, right? But you kind of have to break out of that shell. Like, that's the reason, though. Like, it wasn't just the man. It was way before that, right? So that's why money to me, like, doesn't matter anymore, because like, it doesn't matter. Money or without money, I'm still myself. And money without money, I still have the mentality. I have the heart, and I will always try to find a way to get to where I want to get to, right? I'm not trying to say like everything in life is guaranteed, but like, you know, I'm trying, like, but that's kind of where my mind's at for that. I'm not crashing. I'm cold as ice. I'm waiting for these positions here. I think we're all waiting for these positions. It's like today I start the stream up and I was like, yo, we're gonna get a position today just to sit here and hear me yap. Yo, Jay, why you always instigating, bro? Talking about Jay hates you with Hang hates you with a passion. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like, it feels like 2021 again though. Like I feel like just me. I feel I don't have to like, you know, try to like fake a character or anything. I can just be me. Hank is also a fake one and tries to just get people to take his trades and pay for them when he trades on a 1 minute account all the time. He can't get followed. I didn't say that, Hank, but that's what someone just said about you. I didn't know idea who you were until this convo. Do you know I was here in 2021 McLaren setup? Yeah, I think a lot of people were here in the past. How far I translate this account to? Wherever. I don't, just training it daily. Just been training it daily for the last couple of months. It got to 120% so far, and we've made like 30% in profits of the 1K account overall. So yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, nothing changes though, chat. Like from a 1K account to 2K to 4K to 5 to 10 to 20, it's the same process, you know, same discipline that is required every day. Like today, I thought we were gonna get a trade and we don't. Maybe we might not. I'll be here for another 10 minutes though. 10, 15 minutes, maybe until 11, and then I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is. This has been nostalgic. Is it? You think so? Chat, at what point did you guys start to see a change? Like for those that've been here since I was like 21, 20 actually. What year do you see a change though? You guys, everyone's gonna say 2022, I think. End of 2022, 2023. That's when. Oh, I'm not talking about like this change like before, like when things went a little darker. Because I think that was 2022. We had the Chrome Hearts backdrop. 2023? Yeah. I think 2023, 2022 when I was like I was in shell mode, like I wouldn't even say the money got to me because I didn't like it's like that wasn't even like my end goal, like at all, like nowhere near. Um, in terms of mentally where I was, I think it was just because I was just getting like I was just letting everyone just take advantage. I was not like focused on like the right things. I was more focused on just being a nice guy and just playing my part. And I made the community by not playing my part. I made the community by being myself, right? And being like who I am. And then when I got money, I felt like more scared to be myself. So that's why I keep saying like when someone told me like after the whole gunpoint situation, like, yo, you you're not invincible because you have money, or you're not invincible because you trade, Don. It's like it's not true though. I felt more fearful when I had money. Way more fearful. Wow, this volume really died off, huh? Like you had volume until maybe like 9:35, and then you just sat to range and just sit around. God, dude. Peace out, burnt. W burnt. W burnt in the chat. Everyone say W burnt. Just Reggie. True, true. You and Hus beefing? I'm not beefing nobody, bro. I'm not beefing nobody. I'm just calling out everything that's happened. Is that beef? No, because it's in the past. But I feel like I have to say it in order to like continue. No beef, free promo. True. True, true, true. You still have signals? Yeah, well, DVSL1. It's where we do live trading at every morning. Every morning. I have it on recording too, so like everything that we've done, since the 1K account has been all live on recording. And I've only been trading live. I haven't really been trading during Asian or like London or any other session. It's only been New York. New York, New York, New York. Type shit, type shit. No more Twitch. I don't think so. I think if I return to streaming, it'll be on YouTube. This is the platform. This and Instagram is like my main platforms. I can't really get across on Twitter yet. I'm trying to figure out a way to get more across on Twitter, but it's just Instagram and YouTube for now. And we're pushing with volume again, chat. So let's see. If you can get another pop down here, that'd be nice. If you can break below like 84 and then pull back and re-break, that'd be nice. But pay attention to these pops here because it looks like it started to the side again. Let's see if it's a fake out still, right? So that's why you want to see it break the lows, pull back, and then re-break. So we could get a trade actually. There could be a trade here. But yeah, I want to see it pop below 84 here and then pull back to like I'll say 85, 91. And then re-break the lows, and then we'll take the sells down from like below here down towards like 17 pips in profit, break-even area right there, and then trail stops could be. Actually, no, I don't know where this will make a low at yet, but yeah, I'm gonna delete this level for now because I'm assuming it's gonna re-break, so it's gonna be a lot lower than that. But yeah, I'll leave it for now. So let's see. If this is a fake out, it'll come back up here. If it's not, pull back, rebreak a low should be the play. The play. Boring ass Friday price action. Every time the price moves again, we just get mad quiet. Like we just get locked in. Can it break the lows? Come on, gold. Do something. It's a Friday. If you don't do anything, it's fine though. We'll call it a day. But it'll be nice, since we're on stream, if we can get a cool position. If you give us one, there's still no volume here. Like for it to be volume, it needs to like kind of spike down, you know? You need to get that one pop. 15 closure in 2 minutes. So let's see how that closes. Came in for a trade, stay for wholesome knowledge. W. James. Thank you, James. You are paid chatter. Chop fest? Maybe. It was looking like one for a little bit. There's some potential here. Like there's no guarantee of it. But thing is, when we see the volume, we'll see it. Like you'll see, like you'll feel it in your soul. Like you just feel it. It'll be different. Because it moves a little irregular after, right? Or regular. Moves out of the range. Okay. So you pop in. You got one candle. Can we get another candle looking like this? And then the pop, pullback, rebreak of lows, that's our self stop / market X. So it needs to break below 84 here. All right, chat? So get ready. And then your next zone is like 79. And then I think 79 is like your daily flip. Yeah, 79 is your daily flip. And then you have clean traffic till 65. So you got some range below 79 if you do continue pushing through 79. So no break of the lows, still chop fest. You need a 2 back-to-back candles. Otherwise, it's just doing what it's been doing. Just push down, range, push down, range. I'm so much better at trading right now. Also, when Jay made back a loss in a day, it makes me think why I never did that type of shit, and pretty much I was only afraid to lose more, but this is just a trade, so I started making trades. Not letting my thought fucking up my shit after a loss. Just I made 75 back of it. Yeah, I think just being truthful in trading too, like just helps you be more calm. Like if you don't see anything, be honest with yourself. Just say you don't see anything, right? That's why I say it all the time. Like I don't see anything here. I don't know what's happening right now. Cause that kind of helps you like it helps you find what you're looking for. Get close to what you're looking for. Otherwise, you think to yourself like, oh, is this the right play? And you start taking it, and it's not in your play. It's not in your playbook, right? By the way, playbook 2 coming out soon. Okay, there's a breakout lows. I do want to see a little further pop in that. Like it broke. If it could 3 pips, you know, if it could have just like at least to like 83 here. So not yet. Not the re-breakout lows. This won't be the sell yet, chat. Because it could still be a fake out. What did you learn from me though? You, Penzo? I learned that nothing ever affects your mood, so I learned off everybody. Like you're always consistently the same vibe every day, so that's good. GG Gold. Yeah, we'll give it another 12 minutes here, chat, and then, you know, we'll call it. Yeah, playbook. Playbook was Elvis helped me assemble the playbook. You're Elvis? Elvis never crossed me. I like Elvis. Elvis real. Always willing to help. Elvis is where you're from too, innit? Yeah, man. Yeah, but he's a UK version of me. He's from the UK. Addy with the 100. What currency is that? Thanks for the 100, man. Actually, doesn't even matter about the currency. 100 is 100. Thank you. You same journal? No, I use this journal, the TBJ. You guys have this. I gave you guys this one, I think. Yeah, I think I gave you guys this one. This journal has been around. I use this every day now. Like I used to be so lazy to use this journal. I also used to yeah, I use this journal too. This one right here. You know, part of growing as a trader too is understanding that it's okay to put negative 0.2 as your loss or negative 1 pip as your loss. and accepting that that is a loss, even if it's only a pip. I think before, the reason why I couldn't grow past it was because like I couldn't accept it. I'm like, it's a break-even trade. But once you actually put that as an actual -1 pip, you get better as a trader. So like, you know, last month we took 1 loss, and that 1 loss is a pip, but it was still a loss. But yeah, this is this year, chat. So far, my best year, performance-wise yet. Majority of trades have been breakouts and like liquidity, which is usually wick entries. So wick entries, I think majority of trades have been wick entries actually this year. And second comes maybe is break up the current higher low, and then the flip. It used to actually be the flip current higher low, but now it's kind of the opposite. Only NY session. Time frames is mainly it's pretty even. Hour, minute, and 5 minute. So yeah, that's how that's been. Yeah, yo, link exclamation point journal. Fuck, this thing's coming back up in the range here. So we got like 5 minutes, 8 minutes. I don't think we're gonna get it. But you see why we wait for that pop, chat, and then wait for price to pull back and then re-break. Like, that's very important to understand, because you can't just take any re-breakout lows, right? You have to see how it comes down with the volume, and you see how like we're slowing down volume again. But yeah, you kind of need to come down again and then pull back and then re-break for volume. Like, you need that actual break. So that's 2 fake outs. Like, if you think about it, that's 2 losses that we avoided, that we would have taken. This loss right here would have been a loss in 2021, 2022, and this loss right here would have been around the same time frame. Yeah, that's 2 losses though, or not losses, but potential drawdown, because this can still come up. But 2 ideas that weren't like, you know, the sharpest that we would have taken in the past. So that's a W. W day. Are you aware that Nick has made a video about you and your trade? If so, what are your thoughts on it? You mean the guy who also wanted me to promote a funded account or a broker? I forgot what it was. He gave me some offer. I just gladly said no, and they made a video about me after. Telling you, man. No NFP, man. No NFP today. It looks like there was something though, like this move. Look like NFP 930. Opinion on time to eat. I think everyone brings value. Funnel this, funnel that. All my emails are just funnels. Like, do you want a funnel? Do you want a funnel? Do you want a funnel? Grunk. Yeah, my girl started that word, grunk. And I passed it on to you. And now we're passing to the younger generation. What's a grunk? Well, she called me grunk. Like grandpa, but unk. Like you older than unk. Like you grandpa. Like you grunk. I grunk. I prefer to be called grunk than unk though. Like old, yeah. Like so, like you pass unk, man. You grunk. I want to end stream, but I don't. But I have to kind of end stream chat in 3. My train day is done, and I don't know what else to do after. I don't want to just, sit here and just give you guys nothing. Zoom though, W Zoom today. I'll see you guys on Monday. Worst case, we get nothing today. See you guys on Monday. Is Monday bank holiday? No, it's not. And it's a regular week. There's no more time shift in time, so I'll see you guys then. And next week we have, I think, no news. I feel like I'm getting over the Gen Z stuff on 24. Yeah, because you unk. If you over 20, you unk now. That's how it works. This is boring the charts. Yeah, that's how it be. Sometimes, like, this is how it be in the Zoom, too. Like, it's just, like, we can't really do much, Like, if you look at our trades, like, we don't get a trade every day. Right? We had 3 this week. This week we did 1.73, whatever. 73. But, yeah, like, we get, like, 2-3 trades a week. So, some days we're just sitting here, like, we're waiting. But I usually ask, like, what would you rate the day? Right, out of 10. Like, today I'll give it maybe, like, a 5.5. We came close once. It wasn't a 6. I didn't get too many ideas. And 5.5 isn't off of the volume. It's off of just, like, the ideas that we have today. So I got, like, one idea a couple times, but it didn't even come close at all. Maybe that one time. So that's why I gave it 5.5. What do you guys give it out of 10, though? Price action. Zoom. Chat. 5 out of 10. Yeah. Around there. We never gave it higher than 8.5 ever. Peace out, Biza. Peace out, Richard. Richard Rowland. That's a cool ass name. Richard Rowland. Damn, Richard Rowland. Your mom loves you, bro. Richard Rowland. Davis is back, baby. Forever rolling. Brian. Peace out. Peace out, Brian Perez. That's a cool name, too. I'm off, too. TAO. Peace out. 5.39 out of 10. You different, Jay. Have a good weekend. Peace out, Husky. Let us. We end the stream. Yeah, I can't really take. I don't take trades after 11. Like, no matter what. Unless I'm in a trade already. But if it hits 11, I can get a trade at 10:59. If it hits 11, my window's closed. I just prefer not to. So I'll hop off. But it looks. I don't know. You could still move today. It could be a late day, like 12, 1, 2. But it's too late. We're not gonna be sitting here just to force a trade like that. If it's not in a window, it's not meant to be. But I'll see you guys in the next stream anyways. All right, chat. I'll see you guys whenever NFP. We'll see if I can sneak in a stream here and there. I can't just do it every day because, you know, I'm in Divas 01, but I'll try. We'll see what the next one is. Worst case, NFP next, which is the end of my next Friday. But yeah, chat. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys learned something. Whatever. I appreciate you guys, as always, for holding it down. And yeah, thank you. Just thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody in the community. I'll see you guys next time. Ladies, man. Peace.